Hey guys, welcome to the Diamond District. When you are going down the path of change, understand that there is a dramatic fight going on inside of yourself. Kind of like the war of good versus evil. Like this huge, dramatic, long drawn fight. And sometimes the good has the upper hand, and sometimes the bad has the upper hand. And what really fuels that is going to be your decision making. But there will be days where even when you do all the right things, even when you have been making all the right decisions, there's going to be days where it feels like the enemy has the upper hand. See, I've been feeling very discouraged these past couple days, and it's for so many different reasons. But, logically, I know that my reasons for being discouraged is just emotional, and I shouldn't give in to that emotion. Because the moment that you give in, you open the doorway to everything that you're walking away from, everything that you're cutting ties with. You see, there are two very important distinctions that you need to know, which is the distinction between a decision and a choice. When you make a decision, you're essentially cutting away from any other alternative. This is what you're going to do, and this is the only thing you're going to do. Making a choice, you can choose something and then choose something else later. You have the ability to change your mind. You're flexible. The thing about making a decision regarding improving yourself and expanding on the kind of life that you want to have and building on just where you're at and trying to really go further is that even after you make the decision, that doesn't mean the war is over. The fight is over. I've chosen to be better, so now I'm just going to be better. You're going to have to make that decision every single day. It's a daily decision. It's a daily decision. It's not like you make the decision once and you're straight after that. No, you have to make that decision every single day. And it's not just once, it's multiple times a day. And I think that's sometimes why I get so discouraged, because logically I can see, looking forward into the future, all of the work it's going to take for me to be what I want to be. And when you think so much about all the little things that you have to do, it can get very overwhelming. And for me, when I feel overwhelmed, I get discouraged. But I understand that it's just a fleeting emotion and I can just walk through it, so it is what it is. And anytime if you feel discouraged, don't let that feeling or any other emotions stop you from doing what you need to do, because this week I might feel discouraged, this month I might feel discouraged, but next month I might feel fucking hopeful. I might feel like nothing can stop me. But if I stop what I'm doing now because I feel discouraged, then when I feel hopeful, I'm really just starting from scratch instead of building on top of what I did before. And that's why this shit is so hard, because you have to make the right decision every single day. And within the day, you have to keep making the right decision moment to moment. You see, today I had one of the strongest pulls I've ever had in fucking recent memory to just go back to doing everything I was doing before for no real reason. It was just I woke up and I had to, do my job, which, that in itself can be very discouraging when I think of the state of the country and then the rising cost of living and all this other shit that comes with that line of thinking, which really shouldn't be at the forefront of my mind, because that's really just an extension of a scarcity mindset. So I'm having this super, super strong pull in my gut to just escape, just give in, just collapse, as I've done so many times in the past. And that just fucked up my appetite, which made me want to not really eat real food. I just kind of snacked for the most part, didn't have much of an appetite, and it just put me in this weird mental space. And once I got in that mental space, I kept feeling the pull of my old self. And today I had an opportunity to make a decision of being that person again. I had the opportunity to make a decision to escape again. And when the moment really came, I decided not to. I decided to stand on the decisions I made prior. I decided to continue to be what all these days that have passed have been helping me become. And that moment is going to happen to you. Not once, not twice, but who the fuck knows how many times it's going to happen. I think once you are building momentum of what you're trying to do and who you're trying to become, and you keep making all these right decisions, making the right decisions really starts to become automatic. But there will be days where your willpower will be put to the test. And today I really had that moment, and I made the right decision. I used to be very afraid that if it ever came to it, I would make the wrong decision, and I would be the old me again, and I would have to pick up the pieces. And that was one of the things I started visualizing, where I was like, man, if I really just give in to everything that I want to do right now, I will be so crushed. I will be so emotionally flattened and exhausted that this would affect me, my relationship, my energy, my body. I was able to just see the full crash scene of what this decision would lead me to. And maybe that helped, but I know that I made the right decision. And I know that this moment is probably going to happen again. But just like a tidbit of science, right? Because this isn't just like some type of dramatic emotional thing. I probably should have said this way earlier, but when you have decided to be something that you never were, your nervous system is going to do everything possible to bring you back to the way you used to be, because it desires you to be at a state of homeostasis. So once your nervous system and your subconscious identify that who you were will no longer exist, it will do things to somehow try to preserve that persona by making you still have a few old habits. But when it senses that this part of you is probably going to die forever, you get a surge, this powerful surge you've never felt before on that magnitude or level to do that. To do all the things that you said you wouldn't. You'll just get this overwhelming crash to do that shit. And that tells me that even in this state of discouragement, even in this state of that strong feeling in my gut to like just kind of escape, just practice escapism, distract myself and make myself feel better just through vices and shit like that. The fact that I felt that means that I'm getting closer to something in my journey internally. And the fact that I made the right decision and I had the strength to make that decision, that I didn't give in to who I used to be, lets me know that something inside me has changed. Something inside me has strengthened in a way that it hasn't before. You can be so self-aware and still be weak. And that's something that I've been for a long time. Like, I wouldn't say I was weak, but I retract that statement. To be strong and to be weak, it's really just a very straightforward thing. And I made a lot of weak decisions in my past. A lot of weak decisions, just giving into impulses and giving into vices and all this stupid shit that gives you nothing in the end but a quick rush. But whatever it was in me that used to be weak has gotten strong enough to say it's strong, if that makes sense. And I just wanted to kind of share this moment, because if you feel weak, just know that it's okay. And take it one day at a time, because every day that you keep making the right decision, every moment that you keep making the right decision, you are getting stronger. And just know that even if you feel weak right now, if you know that you want to get better, if you know in your heart that you want to grow, if you know in your mind that you have the potential to do so many amazing things, just know that spiritually you are strong. And you just have to take all the necessary steps needed to grow that strength within you, whether it's through willpower, discipline, programs, whatever you got to do that shit. But first, know that you can do it. Secondly, know that not only can you do it, it's exactly what you're supposed to do. It's why you were put here. It's why you exist. It's to overcome yourself. You exist to overcome yourself. But that's all I wanted to share. I went over the talking point again, but it's fine.